Town. Hollowveil Town lay deep within a fog-shrouded valley, surrounded by barren mountains that loomed like the ribs of a colossal skeleton stretching its shadow across the land. On Halloween night, the entire town glowed with the flickering orange light of countless jack-o'-lanterns hanahing along every alleyway. Yet instead of warmth, that light felt hollow, like empty eye sockets silently devouring any stranger who dared to enter. Grotesque masks were sold everywhere, faces torn into wide, unnatural smiles and pale, expressionless visages that seemed almost alive. The children, who should have been laughing and playing, instead marched silently through the streets, their footsteps unnervingly synchronized, their gazes hidden behind their masks. Eerily still, the wind howled between the rows of old wooden houses, mixing with the faint toll of distant metal bells, composing a chilling nocturnal symphony. 4 friends from the city, Lydia, Victor, Hannah, and Jonas, had come out of sheer curiosity, drawn by rumors of this bizarre festival. "Come on, it's just Halloween," Victor laughed, raising his camera to capture what he thought would be a fun trip. Lydia didn't reply. Her eyes lingered on the rows of jack-o'-lanterns, where shadowy figures stood motionless among them, faces obscured by the mist. They followed the crowd toward the central square. The air grew heavier with each step, the black fog curling around their throats until every breath felt labored. Then, from the narrow path ahead, a warped silhouette emerged, an old hunchbacked man with skin wrinkled like parched earth. His eyes, though cloudy, gleamed sharply in the lantern light. Every step he took carried a damp, ashy stench. His voice rasped out, dry and hollow, as if forced from a decayed throat. "If you join this festival, remember the rules. Forget them, and you'll never leave this place." The group froze, eyes fixed on the old man. A cold gust swept through, rattling Hannah's coat. She instinctively hugged herself tighter. Victor, however, only smirked, his tone defiant. "Rules? We're just here to watch the festival." The old man said nothing. Slowly he raised a bony hand, its yellowed nails curling like dead leaves. Resting on his palm was a tattered sheet of paper, its surface scorched with candle wax. The writing on it was faint, obscured by shadow. Lydia leaned closer to read, but the words distorted and blurred the longer she stared, slipping from her vision like ink dissolving in water. The old man bent nearer, his breath reeking of cold soil brushing against her cheek. "When the clock strikes 12, they will appear. Don't be the one who forgets." Before anyone could speak, he stepped backward into the mist and vanished, as though he had never existed. Around them, the crowd's laughter echoed again, but beneath it hid soft, mournful groans drifting from the dark alleys. The friends exchanged uneasy glances, half skeptical, half afraid. Under the trembling light of the jack-o'-lanterns, the masked faces surrounding them slowly turned in unison, silently watching, waiting. Then, from somewhere deep within the fog, the first toll of the church bell rang out, slow and cold, announcing that the true night had just begun. Part 2. The Sinister Rules of the Halloween Festival. The church bell's clang resounded through the town, dry, metallic, scraping against the bones of the night. As the hour hand reached 12, the wind abruptly died. The world seemed to freeze, strangled under an unseen veil. All the jack-o'-lanterns suddenly flared to life, their flames burning bright red, casting waves of light across the square. Reflected in their glow were countless masked faces, half hidden, half exposed, familiar yet warped, eerily human and monstrously wrong all at once. In Lydia's hands, the old tattered sheet the old man had given her suddenly trembled. The faded letters slowly sharpened into view. Black ink oozed like bleeding veins, spreading into crooked lines, each one scrawled in the trembling hand of someone on the verge of death. The group leaned in, eyes wide, hearts pounding as the words appeared one by one. One. Do not remove your mask once the festival begins. Your true face is bait. Once revealed, it will no longer belong to you. 2. If you hear 3 knocks at midnight, do not open the door. It is not a guest. It is someone who once lived here and wants to take your place. 3. Do not eat the candy from the altar in the square. They are not sweet. They bite back. 4. If you see someone dressed exactly like you, stay away. They want to live, and only one of you can. 5. Do not trust anything inside house number 31 on Main Street. There is nothing real there, only walls that breathe. 6. If someone calls your name, do not answer. The voice doesn't need your reply, but once you respond, you'll disappear. 7. When the church bell tolls for the last time, leave immediately. Do not stay. After the final chime, this town no longer belongs to the living. As the last line appeared, the paper shuddered violently, then split apart, turning into ashes that scattered into the cold night air. No one spoke. No one even dared to breathe too loudly. The fog had thickened, seeping into their throats, and every heartbeat echoed heavy in their chests. A sudden gust swept across the square, whistling through the rows of motionless masks, making every hair on their necks stand on end. Jonas was the first to speak, trying to break the suffocating silence. He swallowed hard, forcing out a shaky laugh that rang hollow amidst the unmoving crowd. Probably just some prank to scare kids. A curse? Yeah, right. Victor raised his camera, the red light reflecting eerily in his eyes. His voice was teasing, but carried a nervous edge. Creepy, though. This'll go viral online. The 7 Deadly Rules of Hollowveil Town has a nice ring to it, huh? Hannah clutched her coat tightly, her gaze darting nervously across the crowd. Her voice trembled. But do you guys notice it too? No one's taken off their masks, even the children. They're just standing there, like statues. Lydia stayed silent. She had just realized something horrifying. The jack-o'-lantern light stretched across the cobblestone ground, casting long, pale shadows. There were many figures moving about, but not all of them had shadows. Some walked, their feet touching the ground, yet left no trace behind. Her heart clenched. Each beat echoed like a funeral drum inside her chest. Lydia knew she had just seen something she wasn't supposed to. Trying to steady her voice, she leaned closer and whispered, "Guys, do you see anything strange?" Before she could finish, the crowd around them began to move. Not dancing, not cheering, whispering. 100 throats murmured the same distorted incantation in unison. The words were broken, twisted, and hollow, rising from the depths of the earth itself. Hannah turned pale, gripping Lydia's arm, whispering through trembling breaths. "Lydia, they're looking at us." Yes, dozens, no, hundreds of eyes behind those masks turned toward them all at once. Empty, soulless gazes pinned them in place, piercing their skin like 1,000 icy needles. Victor took a small step back, his voice shaking even as he forced a grin. It's just a performance, right? Halloween's supposed to be scary, but Lydia couldn't lie to herself. In the flickering firelight, She saw clearly, one figure standing close beside her. Its mask was cracked open, revealing the face beneath. Not flesh, not bone, only a hollow void, black and endless, cold as the grave. Then the church bell tolled again, long, deep, echoing through the square like a final verdict. The air thickened until every breath turned to mist. Lydia's fingers tightened into fists. A dreadful realization sank in. Those rules weren't warnings to amuse or frighten. They were boundaries, the only thing standing between life and whatever waited in the dark.